Right now, a manhunt is underway in Louisiana for 7 inmates who were still on the run after escaping from a New Orleans jail early Friday morning. A total of 10 inmates, some murder suspects, broke out of the jail, breaching a wall behind a toilet. This is new video of 3 of them being recaptured on Friday. They were transferred to a secure state facility with the help of Louisiana State Police and a SWAT team. Investigators believe the inmates may have gotten help in that jailbreak from inside the sheriff's office. CNN's Rafael Romo is joining me with more on this. Rafael.
Hey, Fred, the escape inmates range in age from 19 to 42 years old and face a wide array of charges. Several have been charged with murder. Authorities say they made it out of the jail around 1 a.m. Friday morning after breaking open a door and then breaching a wall behind the toilet. They appear to have left graffiti messages about the hole they crawled through. The message said, quote, "We innocent," and the words "too easy, LOL. Another video released by officials shows the inmates running across Interstate 10 into a neighborhood where authorities say they found clothing. The Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office announced 3 of those inmates who escaped Friday morning have been recaptured, including 21-year-old Robert Moody, 24-year-old Kenan Dennis, and Kendall Miles, who is 20 years old. The sheriff's office said Moody was caught thanks to a tip and are still asking the public to provide information to help them capture the rest of them. As you can imagine, people in New Orleans and the rest of Louisiana are both concerned and outraged about the massive jailbreak, something that became evident last night during a press conference that turned confrontational. Let's take a listen.
So no one was watching live video all night at the jail?
I won't say no one was watching live video, but
how did nobody see them
there are
leaving
over
the jail?
900 cameras.
How did nobody see them leaving the jail?
There are over 900 cameras in this facility.
It's just, how did no one see a massive jailbreak? But it's your job. It's your job to monitor every single person in this facility every day. Do you want to say you're sorry to the people of New Orleans for having this happen?
We are underfunded, understaffed, underpaid. So we do our best to hire staff and retain them, but like everyone else, we're short.
And Fred, some Louisiana officials are not mincing words about what happened, especially after Orleans Parish Sheriff Susan Hudson acknowledged that she believed the inmates received assistance in their escape from individuals inside their department. Orleans Parish District Attorney Jason Williams calls the escape of the 10 inmates a, quote, complete failure of the most basic responsibilities entrusted to a sheriff or jail administrator. Officials say all the inmates should be considered armed and dangerous. New Orleans Police Department Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick said her officers have leads on the escapees still at large, and 200 agents and officers are currently looking for them. Fred, back to you.
All right, Rafael Romo, keep us posted. Thanks so much. All right, joining me right now is bounty hunter Zeke Unger. Zeke, great to see you. So from your experience, how difficult will it be to capture these inmates?
Well, as you know, usually 1% of people that escape remain free. When you look at a task like this, you're going to have federal agencies working with local law enforcement. You're also going to have the general public looking out for these people. The investigators on the ground will be tapping into informants. They'll be doing physical and electronic surveillance. I believe that these individuals will be probably brought back within a month.
Oh, well, a month is a long time. Already 3 have been captured. So the other 7, do you think that they have dispersed, or might they be staying together?
It's really hard to tell. You can't assume. You have to investigate. And I believe that some of them may be together, but everybody has their own resources on the outside. As you could see, this was an inside job. There was clothing waiting for them. So they have resources on the outside helping them, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult for law enforcement to find them. They will eventually find them, but I believe it's going to be a little bit more difficult. The ones that were caught probably didn't have the network necessary to stay hidden.
So expound on why you think this is an inside job, because there's clothing on the outside for them. I mean, when you say inside job, it sounds like those who are, helping to maintain this jail, assisted on their escape and as well would have assisted outside. Is that what you think happened here?
Well, it's very common. I think it's a systemic problem between the Department of Justice and the Bureau of Prisons. What happens is most of these employees are contracted. They're not sworn law enforcement. So it starts with smuggling contraband into the jails for the inmates for profit. We see alcohol, tobacco, cellular phones, and other items coming into the jail through this network. Then what happens is the inmates extort the help to plan these type of events. And as you can see, when there's someone on the inside helping, it's very easy to escape. So I believe 100% that this is an inside job.
Okay, and so some of these suspects are, there because they're suspected or in some way related to murders. Is there a prioritization of who to look for and the methods of which investigators will go about looking for these suspects?
Well, usually the U.S. Marshal Service and local detectives will definitely attempt to get the most dangerous, although it doesn't always go that way. You have to take what you get when you can get it, although there is priorities there due to public safety.
Okay, and is there some methodology, or patterns that go with people who recently escape? Is it, a presumption that many will automatically go to, family members or friends that they know, and so that might be where investigators would look first?
You have to take into consideration the human factor, especially if an inmate's been incarcerated for a long period of time. Sure, they want to see their loved ones, their children, their spouses. And this is primarily where we start our surveillance work, both electronic and physical, in order to see if the inmates do show up at these locations. Usually there's a lot of aiding and abetting going on. Unfortunately, in our country, there's not a lot of penalty, both on the guard side and the family side, for aiding and abetting. Even if they're caught, usually they're not prosecuted or it's a probationary sentencing. So there's really not a lot of I want to say,
like a de-incentivizing or cooperation?
yes,
What is
sorry,
it?
yes, I was trying to get the words. Yeah, de-incentivizing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Zeke Unger, we'll leave it there. Appreciate it.
Thank you.